was only a matter of time.
I'll try to make it painless.
Learning a new fighting game can be a daunting task. With games in the genre getting more and more advanced, players are required to learn new mechanics, as well as master a wide variety of characters these games have to offer. In this series of pure basics, we hope to provide a beginner's guide to the heroes and villains of Injustice 2. I'm Darcblade, and in this episode we're going to take a look at the Dark Knight, Batman. The origins of Batman are widely known. After watching his parents get gunned down, the then young Bruce Wayne swore vengeance on criminals by disguising himself as a creature of the night. In Injustice 2, Batman for the most part is a well-rounded character. Just like the detective in the comics and movies, he has an answer for pretty much anything. But let's get into the basics of the character. Of course, Batman comes with the standard moves and abilities available to all the characters, such as the overhead, which is done with forward and free, as well as the back and free to wall bounce them or transition them through the level. His jumping attacks are as follows. Firstly, he has the jumping knee, which is done with pressing 1. Then he has the straight kick, which is done by pressing 2. This is actually a great move for doing cross-ups with. And then finally he has the flip kick, which is done by jumping, followed by pressing 3. This should knock opponents to the floor. Batman's throw lifts them into the air and drops them simply down to the floor. But moving away from the pure basics, let's look at the special moves. These are the double jump, which is performed by jumping and then pressing jump back. This will allow him to double jump backwards to safety if need be. The next ability is glide, again a jumping ability. After you've jumped into the air, press jump right and Batman will start to glide towards the enemy slowly. Like so. His next special move is his straight grapple, performed by pressing down forward 1. This can be performed from any distance and will transfer Batman to your enemy's location, following up with a kick. This again can be meter burned. If you meter burn it, Batman won't kick the opponent, but leave them dazed slightly, giving you an opportunity to follow up with another attack. Doing this can be one of the key special moves that allow you to perform large combos. Just remember though that if you're performing this ability at close range and they are blocking, it is fairly unsafe, meaning they'll get a prime opportunity to attack you afterwards. Next is the sky grapple, which is pretty much the same as the straight grapple, except Batman fires it into the air. Sky grapple is performed by pressing down back 1. This is a great anti-air special move. However, you can use it to advance combos similar to the straight grapple, if the combo can knock them into the air. So for example, if you do a combo like so, you can follow it up with the sky grapple to knock them to the ground afterwards. Again, it can be meter burned. If you meter burn sky grapple, then the enemy, once they are hit by it, will bounce up from the floor, giving you an opportunity to continue a combo. Like so. His next special move is his batarangs. These are his standard projectile attacks. Batarang is done by performing back forward 2. Whilst they're fairly slow moving projectiles and can be easily jumped over, they also give Batman a slight runaway, allowing him to get some room between him and his opponent. Again, these can be meter burned, and if so, they will create a follow-up explosion. Basically, Batman detonates them before they reach the target. Basically, Batman can detonate them remotely. He can detonate them anywhere on the screen. Just press meter burn after you have thrown the Batarang. These can also come in handy for continuing combos or for finishing off combos. The next special move is the up Batarang, which causes Batman to throw the Batarang diagonally up in the air towards your opponent's location. This is done by performing down back 2. This again is a good anti-air to stop opponents from jumping in on your location. This can also be useful if you're playing a zoning game and an enemy is trying to jump over your straight Batarangs. Up Batarang can also be meter burned, causing it to self-destruct, similar to the straight Batarang. This again can be used in combos as either a finisher or something to continue them. The next special move is the slide kick. This is done by pressing back forward 3. This will cause Batman to attack his opponent at a low angle, but should they block it, it is fairly unsafe. Again, this ability can be meter burned and it will cause a follow-up attack after sliding. Slide kick can be useful for when you need to get out of the corner, or you need to switch sides with your opponent. Slide kick can also be used as a wake up attack, but I wouldn't recommend it because it is unsafe on block. The next special move is Scatter Bombs. This is performed by jumping in the air and then pressing down back 2. This can be good for when you want to mix things up. Say you've been jump attacking an opponent a lot, then you want to mix it up by throwing the scatter bombs in their face instead of going for a standard jump attack. This ability can be meter burned again. If you press meter burn and 1 after the scatter bombs, you'll do a drop kick, or if you press meter burn 3, you'll do an elbow drop. The next ability is the cape counter, which is performed by pressing down back 3. This is a counter ability, so when an enemy goes to hit you, do this to counter it, which will allow you to both block the attack and then follow it up with an attack of your own. Unfortunately, the cape counter can't be meter burned for additional effects, but if you're getting attacked by a player who likes to get into your face, is constantly spamming combos and that, this can be a good wake up attack. But anyway, moving away from the basic special moves, we're now going to go over the basic combos that Batman has. First is the Cape Crusader, which is done by pressing 2-2-3. This is a nice combo that launches enemies into the air. It can be followed up by various special moves. Or with even other standard combos. This is one of his better combos as it's fast, quick and it launches. The next combo is Darkness, which is done by pressing back 1-1-3. This is a mix-up combo as it hits low then mid. This can catch some opponents off guard, and it also launches opponents slightly. However, because Batman performs a flip during this combo, it's hard to follow it up with another attack. However, if you're able to get an opponent into the corner, then the Darkness combo can come in handy. This is because you have time to perform a secondary move afterwards, because your opponent won't fly back. The next combo is High Tech, which is done by pressing back 1-1-2. Similar to the Darkness combo, this spices things up a little bit by attacking your enemy with an overhead as its final move. This can come in handy if you're facing an opponent who likes to block low often. Unfortunately, this cannot really be comboed off of, but could be used as a finisher maybe. The next combo is Injustice, another bread and butter combo for Batman. This is done by pressing 1-1-2. This is a fairly straightforward combo which can be followed up by many special moves to either extend a combo or finish off an opponent. Injustice is also a basic combo that is good for setting up the longer stringed combos. The next combo is Intimidation, which is done by pressing 1-2. This is a high attack followed by a mid attack. Again, after this you can do a special move to finish it off. The next special move is Millionaire, which is done by pressing back 1-1. Seen in other combos as well, this is just a shorter version that allows you to follow up the combo with a special move if desired. The next combo is Mind Games, which is done by pressing 1-2-3. This again is another good launching combo. Whilst not maybe as fast as 2-2-3, it's still nonetheless quite useful. After launching an opponent into the air, you can follow it up again with a variety of special moves, or even follow it up with further combos. The next combo is Showdown, which is a basic combo just done by pressing 1-1. This is a real beginner's basic combo, as after pressing 1-1 you can pretty much follow it up with any special move. The next combo is Stay Down. It's done by pressing back 2-3. It's actually a 3-hit combo, but you need to be fairly close to your opponent to actually do it. Stay Down can also be a great finisher for the longer combos. The next combo is Tricky Bat, which is done by pressing 1-2-2. This is primarily used as a finisher, as you can't really go into special moves after it, unfortunately. The next combo is Vengeance, which is done by pressing 1-1-3. Again, this is a nice combo that hits for overhead. This is also a good combo because it allows you to follow it up with special moves to continue a combo. Of course, timing is needed, especially if you want to juggle with this combo. The next combo is Winged Avenger, which is done by pressing forward 2. This is a 3-hit combo which launches your opponent into the air. However, there is little time after the combo to follow it up with another move. This can come in useful for when you need to maybe juggle your opponent. Batman's trait is Wayne Tech. Basically, by pressing the trait button 4, you'll summon 3 mechanical bats that will hover beside you. These will stay there until you use them or you are hit. Pressing the trade button again will cause Batman to signal them to attack an enemy. This can be done pretty much from anywhere on the screen, and they can also be used to continue combos if needed. Batman could also make Wayne Tech bats swarm around him. This is done by pressing down and trade. You can hold this if you want for a longer period. However, you have to have all 3 bats charged in order to do this. This is a nice defensive move and can also be used to hit opponents that are close. Now let's go into some bread and butter combos. Firstly is 1 2 3 followed by back 2 3. It does fairly decent damage and is a bit of a mix-up combo. Next, another meterless combo. We'll start by doing 2 2 1, knocking the opponent into the air. Follow that up with the wall bounce, which is back 3. Follow that up with a jump 2, then a 2 2 straight grapple. That combo was one of the more trickier ones to do. Of course, you can make things easier for yourself by using meter burn special moves. For example, one of the combos I like to go for is 1 1 2, followed by the straight grapple, which is then meter burned, which will leave the opponent open for you. Follow this up with your wall bounce, which is back and 3. Follow that up by jumping into the opponent with 2, and then follow it up with a back 2 3. Combos in the corner can be slightly different as it allows you to take advantage of your opponent not being able to fall backwards, so you can use combos like back 1 1 3, 2 2, straight grapple, meter burn, overhead, and then back 2 3. Another combo in the corner I like to do is 2 2 3, followed by the wall bounce. This will knock your opponent out of the corner. However, then you do the sky grapple to pull them back into the corner, which can then be meter burned and then followed up with combo continuations like, for example, back 2 3. Batman's super ability is the Bat of Gotham. This is done by pressing both the back triggers, and on Batman it's a mid attack. This means it can be easily blocked, but you can add it to certain combo strings to ensure that it hits. One string I like to use is 2 2 3, and then as the enemy's falling, tap them again with a 3 or 2, and then use your super. Overall, as I said at the start, Batman is probably one of the most balanced characters in the game. He has an answer for almost everything. He can zone, he can rush down, he can do it all. He is a bit of a jack of all trades, master of none. His zone isn't the best, but he can still do it, for example. This is because, thanks to his moves and abilities, he's able to adjust to almost any opponent. This means he's friendly to newcomers, and he can be deadly in the hands of an expert. Though his moves and abilities could be considered by some to be very basic, they are nonetheless tools that allow him to create terrifying combos. Just remember the combos, the timings, and the meter burn specials will help you along your way to mastering Batman. So anyway, I hope that this guide has given you a better understanding of Batman, and as well as helping you, these videos are also helping us in understanding all of the characters of Injustice 2. Of course, there are more advanced guides out there, and I encourage you, if you're at all interested in Batman, then go check them out. But anyway, until next time, I've been Darcblade, bringing you a pure basics guide to Batman in Injustice 2. Hope you enjoyed the video, thanks for watching, subscribe and like for more.